President Trump is set to meet with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu today at the White House. It's the second time the two leaders will meet face-to-face since Trump took office. For more on today's meeting, I'm joined by Dan Raviv. He is the co-host of the Mossad Files podcast and author of Spies Against Armageddon. He's also a former CBS News correspondent. Dan, good to see you, my friend.
Vlad, real pleasure, and there's a lot going on. Kind of a mystery, too, Vlad.
There is. So let's break it down. What will the region be expecting from this meeting between the president and the prime minister today?
You know, on this particular subject with tariffs, such an important subject to President Trump, it seems that that is the main subject. Who would have thought? Israel's a tiny country, fewer than 10 million people. Sure, there are exports and imports. And Israel got slapped, of course, with a tariff in the big announcement in the Rose Garden last week, 17% tariffs. And Israel was amazed because they had lowered their duty or tariff on U.S. goods to zero, trying to say, hey, we're your really good friends. Why the 17%? But you know what? Netanyahu didn't ask for this meeting. Trump invited Netanyahu to come, and even Israeli officials and the media are saying, why? Is this going to be about the Gaza war? Is this about an impending attack or diplomacy vis-a-vis Iran? Or is it just a discussion of tariffs? Because, of course, President Trump would like a succession of foreign leaders to come and ask for negotiations and make some sort of concession on economics, perhaps. It's a bit of a mystery.
So speaking in Cairo this morning, French President Emmanuel Macron called for the immediate return of a ceasefire in Gaza. But how realistic do you think it is to pause the fighting now?
That's not the direction right now. And the Israelis feel they had a green light from President Trump to stop, to end the ceasefire. That was on March 18th, just a couple of weeks ago. And the Israelis are pounding Gaza. Yesterday, by the way, Hamas managed to fire 10 rockets at Ashdod, Israel, causing some damage and casualties. And so right now we have the bitterness. We still have 59 hostages inside Gaza. But the Israelis say officially they want to pound Hamas so that Hamas will free the hostages. A lot of people think that won't work. We don't really know what President Trump thinks about that. Again, we believe he gave Israel the green light, but that was a few weeks ago. How does Trump feel about it now?
And so the question, of course, now becomes the hostages, Dan. I know that there have been many people in the state of Israel who have protested Netanyahu's policies when it comes to trying to bring these hostages home. What's the mood on the street right now?
Well, Israelis, frankly, are divided. I'm listening to the media all the time over there, and there are two very big factions. You know, it's almost like Trump's America, Bibi Netanyahu's Israel. He has his supporters who believe that if he wanted to pound Hamas and Gaza some more, he probably was right. It's the only way to get hostages out. It's the only way to get rid of Hamas as the extremist, as they say, terrorist government that existed in Gaza. And then there are the opponents, including hostage families, who say that's the main focus. Make a deal with Hamas, get the hostages out, then you can do what you want. It's very important what America thinks. America is the supplier of weapons to Israel. And again, a bit of a mystery. There's that word again. We're not sure what Donald Trump will want. I'm sure Netanyahu will hear. Hopefully we'll have a news conference or something so we'll understand better this afternoon.
All right, Dan Raviv for us this morning. Dan, thank you.